is VanCam. This is VanCam you waited for.
It's not a personal attack, Steve. Even Disco Dave rang me the other night. He's like, Kev, Steve's mum looks like Edison Cavani. Did we laugh? She does. Hey, and I bet Cavani scored more than your mum this season. How are you doing, everybody? It's Kev Ashford here for another edition of, oh fuck, the ManUtd VanCam. Just twatting my finger off that thing up there. I cannot get used to it, as you will have noticed. Another week, another new set of wheels. This is the temporary thing now until March when the new vehicle arrives. So you're just gonna get used to it. Get used to it. I've had to stick the VanCam hard hat down here so you can't even see it. Try and put the flag up, but you know, testing times at ManUtd. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer comes through a very difficult, tricky game at Goodison Park. 3-1 victory, absolutely made up for Solskjaer and the boys in particular, because I went into it with not much confidence of getting anything out of this. I certainly didn't think we would win 3-1, but it certainly keeps the Pochettino in fuckwits quiet for another while, and the press, the English media in general, it keeps them, you know, they can't write about Solskjaer out now because they have to wait till the next game. The only shit thing is it's international weekend. I'd love another game now on the back of a decent performance, but we've got to put up with all that international football. See what I did there? Yeah, not football, football, because it's boring as fuck and Kev does not like it. Plenty of shenanigans coming up this week on ManUtd VanCam. We will start with the big VanCam debate, as we always do on this channel. We'll then do CockStroker of the week, we'll do best of the week, and I'll try and have a look at a few of your comments because I am pushed for time this week. Thanks to all the new subscribers and all the new people that watched it live last Friday. It was great to hear your feedback. A lot of people saying it's the first time I've watched it live. They're buzzing me tits off, to quote. That's what they were saying, stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, that's the kind of review you want, innit? If you're looking to buy something on the internet and you read the review and the people say they're buzzing the tits off, you know, you're gonna get yourself a piece of that pie and eat the fucking lot of it, man. I hope everybody is well anyway. Testing times, lockdown and all that shit, but I'm here for your entertainment. So as way of news at Manchester United at the minute, obviously it'll be quiet because it's international break, but the tabloids do love to run a story on Manchester United. Why? Because they're the biggest football team in the world, and I won't have anything less said about it. Yeah, they are, and the minute they write headlines and put Manchester United's name in it, it's gonna get clicks. People are gonna read about it. So this week, I think it was very, very unfair and totally fucking just the way that the English press work. I mean, we've seen it so many times down the year. They're very quick to build up English players, but at the very same time, they're very quick to try and knock them down. And I don't understand that. They want to see England do well in tournaments, don't they? So Mason Greenwood has been under fire. We've had all these bullshit stories, and if you read between it and read into it, there's no quotes from anyone at the club. It's all sources, all this shit, an insider, somebody that the Mirror knew. You know, we spoke to him. Apparently Mason Greenwood didn't run after a Bruno Fernandes pass, and Bruno Fernandes was fuming with the Englishman he was. What a load of horse shit. Who believes this shit but people read it? All you need to know, Mason Greenwood, yes, in Iceland with Phil Foden, made an absolute tit of himself, and he'd be the first to admit that. He's a young lad and he needs now just to get his head straight, and he needs to be playing football, get back to basics, and he will do that. He's young. He's made a mistake, he will learn from it. That's what young professional footballers do. But the fact that the English press have hounded him, a story has come out that a friend of his, a close friend, committed suicide, and that's why he's been down. That's why he's not been in the Man United squad. But the press, because they didn't know this at the stage, they've looked at the situation and they thought, well, obviously it's because his head isn't there. You know, all this stuff with England and that, and it's bang out of order. But we all know what the Sun, the Mirror and all the tabloids are like. Them in particular just write absolute horseshit to get clicks. But Mason Greenwood, I've got no doubt he's going to go to the very top. I must admit, after the Phil Foden thing, I looked at it and I started making comparisons with Ravel Morrison. Anybody that knows Ravel Morrison will know that players like Wayne Rooney and Rio Ferdinand have spoke highly about Ravel Morrison, saying that in the youth team with Paul Pogba, he was 3 times the player Pogba ever was as a kid. And for some reason, yes, the reason of wanting to be a gangster and not particularly being asked about training and turning up for training and not taking his professional career seriously, fizzled out. You know, where is he now? Still playing football, right? But he was at Man United, and the rest, they say, is history. But it's sad, Ravel Morrison, when you look back and what he could have become. Right, talked enough shite for the start of this video. So get your seatbelt on, buckle up, pin back your ears, crack open the beers, yeah? Yeah, right, let's do the first segment of the show. It's the Big VanCam Debate. The Big VanCam Debate. The Big VanCam Debate! Boom, shake, shake, shake the room. Here's your first segment of ManUtd VanCam for this week. It is, as we all know it, the Big VanCam Debate. Yes, of course it is. And last week we were on the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer Pochettino rumours, and I had to throw it out there because at that moment in time, United in bad form, supporters are starting to turn on Solskjaer. You can see it on social media and all that. Not that you need to take much notice of it because we beat Everton 3-1 and it keeps Solskjaer in his job. But the question that was fired out at that moment in time in last week's ManUtd VanCam was Ole time or Pochettino time? Yes, that's exactly the question that I put out there. The voting went like this: 61%, which, do you know what I mean? There was no sitting on the fence, but it's getting closer, because the last time I did this kind of poll on Solskjaer, it was very much Solskjaer in, give him time and stuff. But the 61% last week for the vote, Ole time, Pochettino time, went with Ole time. Give Ole time. So that's really good that the VanCam community are still backing Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Obviously that could change with a shit run of results, but that's great at the minute, and that's last week's poll done and dusted. Right, on for this week's question, or on to this week's question. Running down the wing, hey United, sing Viva Ronaldo. That's me, just, you know, with an imaginary scarf. Yes, Ronaldo in the news again. Always seems to happen to Manchester United, but whenever he mentions Man United and says he has a great time there, that means the prodigal son is coming home, doesn't it? Or that's the way the media like to portray it. So the news is, yeah, Ronaldo would be open to coming back to United, and for United, he ticks all the boxes. Of course he does. He's the most commercially marketable footballer on the planet, and of course the Glazers would want a piece of that. But the grand old age of 84 or whatever he is, something like that, 35 I think he is, would you take Ronaldo back at Manchester United? I know a few, of course, you know, it could be 100% in favour of yes, bring back Ronaldo. But that is your question for this week. Now, personally looking at this from the outside in, we've had it a lot of times down the years. Schweinsteiger, when he was in his prime at Bayern Munich, used Manchester United to get a better contract at Bayern Munich. We had Sergio Ramos flirting with the idea of United. Next week he signs a brand new bumper deal at Real Madrid. So is Ronaldo doing the same here? So that is your question for this week. Would you take Ronaldo back at Manchester United? Put all the media speculation to one side. Just build it into your head. Look at his age. You know, how many years would he be at Manchester United? You know, there would be a hefty fee involved. But you can put all that to one side, because this is one of probably the best Manchester United player I've ever seen in my lifetime, in that famous red shirt at Old Trafford. Of course I would love to see him back at Manchester United. Again, it's just the age thing and stuff, but it's up to you. Look, weigh up the pros, weigh up the cons, get in the comment section and let me know. If you want to let your heart overrule your head, do whatever you want, but there is one thing that you cannot do. There is no sitting up on that fence, and I'll tell you why. I've got a mate, he's called dickhead Denzel. What an absolute tool he is. He sat up on the fence one time, got a splinter in his arse, could not get it out, and had to go to the hospital and ask them. And then they said, why have you got a splinter in your arse? He said, oh, I sat on the fence. And they just sent him off and said, well, it's your own bloody fault, Denzel, you dick. Make a decision. For Big VanCam Debate! There's your Big VanCam Debate question for this week. I am really expecting this to be in the high majority of yes, but I'm sure there will be people out there who will say, nah, not having it, not having it. You know, you've been there, you've done that, you don't go back and all that. We'll see. I'm sure there'll be some interesting comments, and I'll do my best to read out some of the best ones in next week's Big VanCam Debate when I reveal the poll results of this week's poll. Yeah. Right, next. There's some absolute whoppers in this world. Wet wipes, absolute tits. Yeah, let's do a thing that we all know as CockStroker of the Week. CockStroker of the Week. Right, and now we're gonna get into the exciting stuff, man. This is, oh, just dropped the iPad. It's CockStroker of the Week. This is where we honour the absolute weapons that don't even deserve to breathe the same air as us. They are cockstrokers. That's all I can say about it. I've compiled a top 6. We'll run down from 6 to 1 and see who takes home the award that absolutely nobody wants. Coming in at number 6. Number 6, there's a guy dancing on a pavement. It's not him that's getting Cockstroker of the Week. He could have quite easily. Guy's pulled over to film him, thinks, this is great, this is funny. So the guy's dancing, and then next minute...
Pedestrianised area, I'm afraid.
Fuck off out the way, you prick.
The traffic warden, I mean, come on, man, it's obviously just pulled over, and he's like, you're in a pedestrianised area here. He just goes, fuck off, you prick. I got 5. Number 5 this week goes to a woman who had awful problems trying to get down an escalator, for Christ's sake. Where are these people coming from? Look at her, she's having awful problems. It's going to really turn nasty. I mean, well, there's no chance of her being sucked in, you know, between the escalator. Sheer size of a man, you know what I mean? She's, yeah, carrying a bit of lockdown timber, but yeah, number 5. Number 4, we head to America and CNN, who were, we were in the Biden-Trump, you know, who was going to get the president, or the president of the United States of America, who was going to win the fight between the two of them. So the clip comes up and everybody's tuning in to have a look, and they're going to have a quick look over here. Yep, someone's left Pornhub open. He knows who opened it. It will probably be Pervy Pete back in the media centre. He's probably at his P45 by now. Number 3 goes to ex-Manchester United player Memphis Depay. Memphis Depay scored a goal for Lyon and revealed a shirt which said, Virgil, stay strong, my brother. For Christ's sake, man, I know you're international teammates, but nobody died. He hurt his leg. He's got an injury. He will come back from this. Number 2 this week goes to AFTV. Aston Villa beat Arsenal at the Emirates 3-0. Give them a right good spanking. And obviously everybody checks in to see what AFTV thought of it. They were obviously running a watch along at the time, which made for, let's just say, interesting viewing. I mean, the guy on the bald-headed guy looks like some kind of guy out of Football Factory or something. It certainly scares the shit out of me. But it is funny to see these lot losing their shit when the Arsenal lose a game.
Yes, stacking holding up.
Fucking
hell. What's going on? Get out, Lenny. What's he doing? Oh, pathetic Saka.
And the number 1 cockstroker of the week this week. If you watched West Ham against Fulham, you'll know exactly where I'm going with this. West Ham score a late goal, look to have won it. Fulham go up the other end in the 98th minute, they get a penalty. Now Fulham, we know they're going to be fighting for their lives this season, so any point they can pick up on their travels around the Premier League will really, really help them out. Otherwise, they're going straight back down. So, you get a penalty in the last 98th minute, and you've got a chance to rescue a point for your club. How are you going to take this penalty? Let's ask the expert, Kev. Do you know what I mean? I played for the Fiddler's Green back in the noughties. Absolutely amazing player. I'm blowing my own trumpet. But I remember we got a penalty in the last minute against O'Neill's at Didsbury. It was a grudge match, man. There's not a chance I was going to fanny about with it. Boom! Foot straight through it. Back to the Fiddlers. 3 pints all day off the landlady Bridie. Woke up Monday morning. Oh, I didn't know what was going on, man. But it was worth it. Yeah? Yeah, I was a bit jumping out my skin and all day at work, but that's what it's all about. Anyway, let's get back to the penalty. It's Luckman. Luckman is his name. He tries a Panenka. Who does this, man? Fair enough if you're 3 or 4-0 up, give it a whirl, sunshine, but not when you're 1-0 down. And he looked like a right tip because the keeper even had time to dive one way, get up off his arse, and then jump back into the middle of the net and just... Yeah, there you go. What a weapon. What a cockstroker. He's cockstroker. Shit, a spat. He's cockstroker of the week.
Nonsense. Never heard so much rubbish in my life.
Cockstroker of the week. No, Steve. He tried a Panenka. You don't know what it is, do you? There we go with Cockstroker of the Week. Let me know if you agree, disagree. And as always, if you have got a nomination, you can send it in to me. Hang around to the end and I'll let you know what the socials are to get in touch with me. Next up, it's Best of the Week. Here we go. It's Best of the Week. We have 5... a top 5, counting down from 5 all the way to 1. And number 5 this week, it was this picture that just surfaced on Facebook. It's to do with the new president of the the presidents of the United States of America. So when we're looking back on Donald Trump and all the fuckery that come with him, asking scientists and that, can we look at a way of injecting bleach into people's veins to, you know, keep the COVID away? He's crackers, that lad. Anyway, so we had a picture of Bush. I caught Saddam Hussein. He did. And then we had Obama. I caught Osama bin Laden. Yeah, he did. And then we've got Trump. I caught COVID-19. It's a low blow, but it's what he'll be remembered for. And the comment about the bleach. Number 4, we're heading over to Twitter. If you don't follow him, it's Bashy Mac on the Twitter handle. He's a United fan, a proper wind-up merchant, a wum. That's what they say, innit? That's what the kids say and all that. But he does like to come out with his own little terrace songs. And they come out, the only thing about them is they actually stick in your head. And they're an absolute piss take. But here's his latest creation for the terraces. It's a song about Edison, or Eddie Cavani.
Give it to Eddie Cavani. Just pass him the ball and watch him score all the goals. Give it to Eddie Cavani. Just pass him the ball and watch him score all the goals.
Give it to Eddie Cavani. Just pass him the ball and watch him score all the goals. Oh yes, Bashy Mac's come up with another absolute classic. It will be in your head. I guarantee you'll be tweeting me and saying, Kev, that bastard song's in my head. Don't get on to me, man. Get on to Bashy Mac on Twitter. What an absolute legend.
Give it to Eddie Cavani. Just pass him the ball and watch him score all the goals.
Number 3 comes from Facebook. We all know that Cristiano Ronaldo got COVID-19, dealt with it because he's an Indominus Rex, man. Bit like myself, built like a brick shithouse. But it's not because of that we wouldn't put something like that in Best of the Week. It's because of the picture that come out. It's a picture of Ronaldo. It says Ronaldo with COVID-19 and me after a wank. Yeah. Number 2 goes to @AllRightFans. Now, you might be familiar with this person on Twitter. He basically does Nev drops. It's where he gets clips of Sky Sports, the pundits having a go at each other, dubs everything out and puts his voice over the individuals. So you know where I'm going with this. If you've not seen it, it's an absolute classic. So after United got beat by Arsenal at Old Trafford, we had Tim Cahill, Jamie Redknapp, and of course the mighty Irishman himself, Roy Keane. At Alright Fans has put an absolute brilliant spin on this, but I'm not going to play it all. I'll just play the bit that cracked me up.
Fucking go.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
fuck you.
Are you even a fucking
You
footballer?
fucking rattlesnake.
How'd you
Yeah,
play with
I'm
it?
fucking Millwall, mate.
I don't care if you played for Millwall. I won't be told a word of it by a man with wooden jewellery or a fucking shark's tooth hanging from his
You're
neck.
gonna get a cricket bat round the side of your head if you don't
So
shut
you're
the
not a
fuck up,
footballer.
old man.
You're a fucking
Straight up.
cricketer.
What? Yeah, and I played for Millwall, and I played for the Evos, and I played for the Roos.
What the fucking hell are the rules?
Australia.
Okay, the Evos or Everton.
Exactly.
You played for fucking Millwall, but don't become an
No,
arrogant
Marcus,
and the
we
fucking
don't
tough boy.
fucking-
I won't have it said by a man that wears wooden jewellery or a shark tooth round his neck. Absolutely cracked me up, that line. How better could you explain or describe, an Australian than wearing wooden jewellery and a shark tooth round his neck? If you've not seen At Alright Fans, get onto it. If he's on YouTube as well, absolutely mint stuff, man. What I'm doing here. Taking home the award for Kev's favourite, it's best of the week. This is the champion for this week. DJ Kit put out on Facebook, right, and said, has this new vaccine development made anyone feel more confident about gigs in the new year? That is not best of the week. It's Gareth Selwell who replied to this and said, no, I still think he'll shag his brother's wife. Hoi! It's a low blow. It's an absolute corker. You must get it, man. More confident about gigs in the new year. G-I-G-S, gigs. Gigs, you know what I mean? That partying and, you know, concerts and stuff. Selwell, you know, he's gone down the Ryan Giggs route. G-I-double-G-S. It's an absolute belter, man. It's best of the week. An action-packed CockStroker of the week, an action-packed best of the week. VanCam, the gift that keeps on giving. Well, in particular, all the nominations, because without them, there wouldn't be a ManUtd VanCam. Right, it's time to have a quick look at the ManUtd VanCam Fantasy fucking Football League table.
And heaven knows I'm miserable now.
Alright, so Bjorn Ollie Londonbird's doing really well. That's Jarvis Cocker's 11 on 522 points, pulling clear at the top. Tom Eric Evanson, number 2. John Gorman's dropped down. Yeah, who gives a shit anyway. Where's Kev? Kev's in 48, but it doesn't matter who's at the bottom. Marco Filer, 157 points, might have joined the party a bit late, but he's still bottom, and he's in contention with Wayne Frankers and Karzat Stricken. Luke Saminsky is on the rise. Who will win the wooden spoon? That's the really interesting. Do you know what? I'm going to be involved in this wooden spoon chasing. That'll be me near the bottom. There you go. That's your dose of fucking VanCam whatever. What is it? Is it? VanCam, ManUtd VanCam Fantasy Football League update.
And heaven knows I'm miserable now.
Right, so usually we do your comments here. I've got a couple that I just need to do quickly. I'm not going to do the full comment section. I've done enough today. I think you'll all agree. It's been eventful, action-packed, emotional, the full lot. It's a roller coaster of emotions, ManUtd VanCam. It takes it out of me. Des Rowling sent me a message on Twitter. He said, where are you off to, Kev? And this picture. Cheeky twisted! Desi Rowlands, who do you think you are, sunshine, jumping on my Twitter timeline with shit lookalikes like that? I had lookalikes for ages, went well under the radar, I was proper happy. Maybe it was because we'd had Teabag from Prison Break, Gary Neville, you know, Peter Crouch, we'd had them all. Anyway, then, it's followed up by Dave Birtwistle on the Twitter. Again, stalking the old Twitter page. He said, not done one for a while, lookalike. This is sending me over the edge. Cheeky twisted Birtwistle, you've got me good and proper there, and you're proper pissed on my chips. Who is this absolute charlatan with a porn tash? Oh, yeah, that's what you're saying about me, yeah, you dickhead, yeah. You know I love your Burt Whistle, but come on, sunshine. That looks nothing like me. Man's rocking a porn tash, and I don't mean me. Mean the other guy. Far better looking than him, far better. See, what we have to do now is end on a sour note, and that's Desi Rowlands and Burt Whistle, who are just pissing all over my fish and chips, and nobody likes piss on chips. And yeah, listen, there's no football, well, there's no Man United this weekend. I hope you've enjoyed ManUtd VanCam. Make sure if you've enjoyed it, you like the bastard video, you shower of bastards, yeah? Loads of people watching, not many likes getting thrown in. Do it, it means a lot to me. It means that I can sleep well tonight and have a rake of beer. Yeah, that's it. Don't know where I'm going with this now. Drink in moderation, have a top weekend, be kind and work hard and be nice to people, yeah? Just be nice to them. That's all I want. So, that's it. Nice one. See you later. Bit creepy, that, wasn't it? Let's try it again. See you later.
I'm fucking Millwall, mate.
I don't care if you play it for Millwall. I won't be told a word of it by a man with wooden jewellery or a fucking shark's tooth hanging from his
You're
neck.
gonna get it.
Give it to Eddie Cavani. Just pass him the ball and watch him score all the goals.
Oh, VanCam, this guy is a legend, guys. You need to go watching VanCam, man.
Just a quick shout out to ManUtd VanCam. If you don't subscribe to him, I would just tell you to go over and subscribe to him. Absolutely hilarious.
I said your love, keep on lifting me higher and higher.
Thanks very much for watching the video. You can also follow me on these other social media platforms. That's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and of course, plenty of fish. Oh yeah! Thanks to everybody who gets involved, comments, likes, shares, subscribes. Subscribing is the main thing. It costs you nothing, and why wouldn't you want to do it? This is ManUtd VanCam.